Hello again, everyone. Well, it's been a few days since Hyon Song-woo left the South Korea, and went back home to the North. But it seems like the South Korean media just can't stop talking about her. She's continually in the news. They're hashing over what went on. And here's an article just a couple days ago from Chosun Ilbo. NIS pins down age of North Korean band leader. And this is about Hyon Song-woo. Well, first off, she's not a band leader. She's the head of the Myeongbong band, and probably, she's probably an administrator or a director, but I doubt if she has much creative input, as far as being anything involved in the music. It's more the administrative part of things. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But it's fascinating that they just can't stop talking about her, and for that reason, it's kind of a stroke of genius, whoever it was in North Korea that figured out, let's send Hyon Song-woo to South Korea. It was really something. It's somewhat along the lines of what I was talking about, related to what I was talking about when they needed to weaponize the Myeongbong band, and by that I meant they needed to use it as a propaganda tool. In other words, a tool to change people's hearts and minds regarding North Korea, or at least to get some attention. And ever since Hyon Song-woo arrived in South Korea, she's just the center of attention, and she really captured a lot of media. Like I say, they couldn't get enough of her. And so in this article, it's pretty interesting. Keep in mind, this is in Chosun Ilbo, which is this is the same publication that wanted her dead back in August 29th of 2013. And they had this big thing, she's been machine gunned to death. And they had this whole thing, and then they had YouTube videos. I'm not sure if South Korea actually put up the YouTube videos, but they're actually, it looks like something that they would do. And, but anyway, now they're singing a totally different tune about her. And in this article is pretty interesting. There's some quotes in it that I found, it's not very long. But imagine they're speculating on her age. So there must have been a big discussion on what her age is, because she does look young. I mean, here's a picture that there's this one South Korean woman that was photographed near her. She's probably a member of her security detail, because there's like several hundred South Korean security personnel that was involved in surrounding her. And so this one woman that's next to her, and you see her in this picture here, here got Hyon Song-woo representing the North, and she's 40 years old, and the woman from the South is probably mid-30s. So there's the contrast. But they were speculating on what her age is here. And so here's the quotes. The National Intelligence Service here on Tuesday answered the vital question how old North Korean band leader apparatchik Hyon Song-woo is. And that was the vital question. The vital question. They were debating this. And estimates had ranged so far from 1972 to 1983, on her birth year. And since Hyon is pretty and plump, just looking at pictures of her has no help. I like that, pretty and plump. So a source on the Intelligence Committee quoted the NIS as saying Hyon was born in Pyongyang in 1977, and furthermore, Hyon is married and has a bubbly personality. And well, yeah, she's got a bubbly personality, all right. She's actually just a charming, delightful woman. But I thought that was interesting, pretty and plump. Where they get that from? Molly Ringwald and Pretty in Pink? I don't know. pretty and plump. It's kind of interesting. But what's even more interesting is they're going to send, I believe, 140 athletes to the games. North Korea is going to send 140 athletes and something like 230 cheerleaders. They got these huge cheerleading squads. And they've been to South Korea before, cheerleading squads from the North have. In fact, I think back in 2005, Ri Sol-ju, who is married to Kim Jong-un, it's Kim Jong-un's wife, she was on a cheerleading squad, I think at the Pan Asian Games or something down there. So here they're going to send some cheerleading squads, and there's going to be 230 of those, I guess. And that's pretty amazing because those are the pick of pretty girls from the North. And there's always been, whenever the North Koreans send their girls south, they always look fresh and pretty and young. And it's a big contrast to South Korean women who, are all painted up. They too much plastic surgery and makeup. So there's the contrast. So I just thought I'd throw that in for what it's worth. That a couple weeks later, and they're still talking about it, and even speculating on her age. But she looks damn good for 40. I mean, she looks 25. And I think that's probably probably what they're talking about is how young and healthy and vivacious she looks. And I mean, this is good for North Korea, for their image. They send her south. And they're talking about, there's been a couple of articles, how that Kim Jong-un, by sending Hyon Song-woo south and causing all this media, kind of sucking up all the oxygen in the room, is that Kim Jong-un has hijacked South Korea's Olympic Games. Maybe so. They could have, where all the talk now is about the North Koreans coming south. So we'll see, especially in this time of crisis when the United States keeps talking about, giving North Korea a bloody nose, a military strike on North Korea. And so this has raised a lot of attention and a lot of awareness of what's going on. So anyway, we'll see what happens, but it's going to be interesting when the cheerleaders, 230 really pretty girls, come south, and that'll get a lot of media attention. So anyway, we'll keep that covered, and we'll keep an eye out. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.